Good morning. Welcome back. This is going to be a casual, unscripted video today. I did our 2024 vinyl reference system video 7 months ago, but there's been a few significant updates, hence the rather clickbaity thumbnail. I thought you may be interested in my choices and upgrades. I'll attempt to give you the correct names and prices from memory, but I'll also put the information on the screen in case you want to follow up. All the gear has been reviewed by me in Audiophilia, and I'll put the links in the description. Let's do a very brief overview of what has not changed. I'll mention the source, whether my bank account or a generous long-term loan. First, the speakers. My speakers are still in current production at Audio Group Denmark, specifically BØRRESEN Acoustics. And these are the BØRRESEN Acoustics 01 Silver Supreme Edition loudspeakers. They're 47,000 euros a pair. Yes, they're on long-term loan. I can't afford these speakers. A very generous long-term loan. They're still the finest equipment I've ever reviewed. A very challenging review to write because they do so many unique things that I've not heard before with speakers. So, and if you're interested, have a read of the review. I'll link it in the description below. Second is the MBL N51. It's from the Noble line, $17,600 US. Again, it's on loan from my friends at MBL North America. And a magnificent piece of equipment. It's kind of the centerpiece of the whole system, and you can read the review. Absolutely love it. It's still current inventory. Then we have the Phasemation EA350 Phono amplifier, $6,400. A jack of all trades, but a master of many for a very busy vinyl and audiophile reviewer. It's got 3 inputs and 2 mono curves as well as the stereo, and a mono button, a subsonic filter, which I never use. But also, importantly, you'll see it's on the moving magnet indent. And so we'll talk about why it's on the indent in a little while when we introduce one of the new pieces of equipment. Then I have my Ansuz Acoustics Mains 8 C2 power distributor. It's 5,000 euros, absolutely outstanding. That's also on long-term loan from Audio Group Denmark, specifically Ansuz Acoustics. And then there's the Ansuz Acoustics cabling, about 50,000 euros worth, and they're just exceptional cables. And they're on long-term loan as well. So let's talk about the new stuff that's in. First, the Pure Fidelity Harmony Mark II, which I've been using as my stereo setup for several years, has now moved over to the mono setup. And I'll explain why in a minute. I own the Harmony Mark II, and we beefed it up with a expensive and wonderful Origin Live Enterprise Mark IV Tonearm. That's about, the pricing is typical audiophile, online odd. I've read anywhere from £5,400 to 6,000 euros to 8,000 Canadian dollars. So take your pick. It's expensive, but it's brilliant. Now, hanging on the Tonearm is the Audio-Technica AT33 Mono MC Phono cartridge. What a mouthful. And again, the pricing on this seems to be a little bit variable, but it's very inexpensive. I've read anywhere from $299 US to $399 US, about $500 Canadian. It's an absolutely superb cartridge, and we reviewed it at Audiophilia. We haven't sent it back yet. And you'll notice that previously to this, I had my Infinity, Miyajima Labs Infinity mono cartridge, superb cartridge, $37.50 US. Not cheap, magnificently handmade by Miyajima-san in Japan. But the diamond fell off, unfortunately, the very tip of the stylus. So I asked how much to get it retipped. $2,200 US. I thought, oh, no way. Too much. So anyway, a very nice person on Facebook or Instagram let me know that there was 1 or 2 folks that are very, very good and very reasonable. So I found Groove Tickler. What a great name, Groove Tickler on Instagram, and he's doing it for me for $300. So we'll see what happens, and I'll relay the information on Instagram, or I might do a review on it actually with the new diamond. But it's a very expensive mono cartridge. So when it comes back, I'll put it back on the Origin Live on. However, in the meantime, the performance of the Audio-Technica is ridiculously good. For $500 Canadian, you're not going to get any better. And look, there's no more excuses about mono cartridges. I mean, this one is really good. Is it the Infinity? Does it have the depth, the layering, the dynamics? No, it doesn't. The life? No. But it's so much cheaper, and you're going to get like 85, 90% of the Infinity for $500. So yeah, do it. Highly recommended. You may have seen the video or my reviews of SUTS, step-up transformers. I did 3 of them. One from IKEDA, one from Yoshino, and one from Ultrasonic Audio from Korea. All 3 were wonderful. The Tim Paravicini MC4 was $2,500, fantastic. But this is the IKEDA IST201, 5,400 US. It's absolutely superb. It won the shootout. It took a little while for all this magic to come through, but once it does, it's once heard, you can't unhear it. That's why I purchased it. And yeah, I did purchase that. It's not on long-term loan. By the way, when I purchase stuff, one of the perks of the industries is we do get accommodation prices. So many of the distributors and the manufacturers are happy to put it into your reference system for their cost, which is great. It's a fantastic perk, and I will continue to use it till the day I stop reviewing for Audiophilia. Anyway, it's magnificent, highly recommended. If you read the review, you'll get the idea. It really is wonderful, and it's really upgraded my Phasemation. Now, the Phasemation is no slouch as a phono stage, but when you put it on the moving magnet, all the energy from that phono stage is going through that very well laid out moving magnet circuit, and the moving coil is eased up, and it's going through the transformers of the IKEDA, and it's fantastic. Yes, it has improved the Phasemation significantly. That's why I bought it. And now to the pièce de résistance of the upgrades. And when I say a huge upgrade, I mean a huge upgrade, not just in sound and performance, but in size. This is John Stratton's brand new turntable, the Pure Fidelity Symphony turntable, $22,000 US. And it's very expensive, but it's worth every penny. And it comes with John Stratton's Pure Fidelity Savant TI. The TI is for titanium. Tonearm. I'm not sure the individual price of that if you purchase it, but that does come with the table as part of the $22,000 price tag. You can up the price to $24,000 and add an Origin Live Enterprise Mark IV, the 12-inch version, and that brings it up to $24,000. But I'm not sure you need it. The 12-inch Pure Fidelity Savant TI Tonearm is pretty superb. I'm going to be doing a full review of that. And on the end of the Tonearm is my new reference Iita Kai Ki moving coil cartridge, $9,600. Now, you know that I've been a Phasemation guy for many years, and I love Phasemation products, and the PP2000 was magnificent. But this cartridge really has something quite special. Is it $1,600 better than the $8,000? I don't know, whatever, how you quantify that. I do know it's different, and it adds a few things that I'm loving. So I bought it. And yes, I got a fantastic deal from the distributor, which I'm very much appreciative of. But I still paid for it, and it's still expensive, not cheap, even accommodation price, because it comes out to about $12,000 Canadian. Anyway, a fantastic cartridge. A full review of that is coming out in Audiophilia in 2025. So that's the mono setup and the mono cartridge, one in the cartridge hospital, and then they have the new Symphony turntable for my stereo setup with the Pure Fidelity Savant TI Tonearm. I cannot tell you how great this table is. The review is coming up in Audiophilia November 1st. I hope you get a chance to read it. I've got some interesting challenges with this table to explain the sound that it's giving me and what I'm experiencing. It's very similar to the experience I had with the BØRRESEN acoustic speakers. I call it the other superstar component I've had in my system. It does some magnificent things. I cannot recommend this table highly enough. Not only does it look fantastic in that walnut burl and the gravitas, these videos and the photographs, even the professional photographs John Stratton has on his site, do not do this table justice. You've got to see it in real life. And the mass, it has that 6 6061 aircraft aluminum base. I think it weighs, that itself weighs 40 pounds. And the special Ansuz Acoustics proprietary Gaia feet. Instead of 3 that we have on the Harmony, we got 5 on the Symphony. And of course, the much larger Delrin platter and the more substantial sub platter. It's just bigger and it's better. I think John called it a Harmony on steroids, but it's much more sophisticated than that. So please read my review to get the gist of it. I don't want to go into the full review now. Enough to say that when I'd finished the review, the thought of this table leaving my system, this very spoiled audiophile, vinyl file, I'd be mooning around thinking, oh my God, where is it? I want it back. So I asked John for an accommodation price, and he was very, very generous. And my wife was very, very generous. And we purchased it. So yeah, so I've got pure fidelity on both my stereo setup and my mono setup. And I couldn't be happier. Now we have a few accessories. Of course, my Ray-Ra brush, which you know, not cheap, but beautiful. They've come up with some new versions which look incredible. But I've been using it for like 4 years, and the brushes are fantastic. And of course, my record weights, which I am very, very fond of. John Stratton does a pure fidelity record weight, and they use steel ball bearings. But for the Symphony, which has an upgraded conductor power supply, speed controller, which is an amazing piece that John did when he upgraded it on the Harmony. Anyway, this new record weight has rubies. Now, I don't know whether they make a difference. I was listening. Could I hear something? Maybe. But they look beautiful. Now, Raymar sent me their, I think it's called the Jewel. I'll put it up on the screen. And the price, it's not cheap. I think it's about 800 euros. But it's beautifully machined, and it fits beautifully on the table, and it works extremely well. Now, we know about the contentious one, 6,000 euros plus for my Ansuz Acoustics T2 stabilizer, made out of zirconium and put in a particle accelerator. Of course, I'm not sure how many people are going to buy it. You're going to have to be a very well-heeled vinylophile to buy it. I want to get that last 1 or 2%, but it does give you 1 or 2% better sound. It's on loan. Actually, I think this was gifted to me, this one, actually. But whatever, I've got it for a while, and I use it every day, and I absolutely love it. And I know there's lots of people out there who, A, can't afford it, which is fine. Neither can I. So that's it. That's it for 2024. Nothing else coming in. That's it. I've done all my sub reviews, and I've got some new cartridges coming in, which I'm not going to be purchasing. I'm going to be reviewing them for Audiophilia. They'll be coming out, these reviews in 2025. And Analog Relax EX1000, I think it's 17,000 US. And also Airtight. I'm a huge fan of Airtight. I think it's called the PC1 Supreme. I think that's less. I think it's like 9 or 10,000. Anyway, those reviews are coming up. I will not be purchasing them. They'll be getting sent back to the distributor. That's my friend Angie from American Sound. So thank you, first of all, to you guys for watching and viewing and commenting. Please comment. We really enjoy your comments, and continue watching our live stream every Wednesday at 5 p.m. Pacific time, the Everything Classical Music live stream. We also discuss high-end audio. And a special thank you to Audio Group Denmark and MBL and the other people that have kind of given me long-term loans of equipment, but mostly also to the people who've given me fantastic accommodation prices that helps me to afford to listen to this music and then bring you reviews and have LPs and all sorts of other things every day. Have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching. I'm sorry for the ramble. It's unscripted. Usually I like to read the scripts, but I hope you enjoyed the video. Please comment, and we'll see you in the next video.